Alright, so how is everybody doing? Now, in this video, what I'm covering is the song River by Eminem and Ed Sheeran. Now, I just heard it today. I was in a coffee shop and was writing out some stuff, and then it came on my Spotify shuffle. So, figured it'd be a good lesson since it's pretty current. Now, to begin, what happens is as follows. The bit that goes, been a liar, been a cheat. That bit, what you're going to do is, you're going to play, and of course you need a capo on the 4th fret for this, and basically the chords that are written, you're going to see they're labeled as like E5 and G5 and stuff, but they're basically open chords and we're just hitting select strings. So I'll bring you through that now. Okay, so E5 is basically your E minor chord, and just hit the E string and the A string. So we get this. Then G5 is basically your G major chord, but what I'm doing is you're going to notice my index finger is off, and I'm going to lean down my middle finger, the one here at the top. So watch, this is the way it was for my G major, then I lean it down, and that is the effect of muting our A string. Okay, so we get this. It purposely doesn't come out, and the D string then does. So we hit the E string and the D string. Now the next chord then is our C major chord, but you're only going to hit the A string and the D string for it. And we get this. Then finally we get A5. Now, basically A5 is like your A minor chord, and you only hit the A string and the D string. Alright, so all together we get this. We get 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we do it again. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now on the final line here, which you'll see written below it, it goes as follows. It goes E5 again, going to the G5 as normal, but this time we get C5, and what happens then is you have a D5 chord, which essentially is your D major chord, and you just hit the D string and the G string. Like that. Okay, so that line goes as follows. It goes 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that brings us into the verse. Alright, so the verse then goes on a pretty common loop again, very similar to the intro. And you'll notice that I do have them labeled like guitar 1 in this example, because that's the guitar with the real punchy rhythm. So it goes as follows. I'll just play it once through. We have the chords from the intro coverage. So it goes 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now you may have noticed that for my C5 I'm actually playing this. Okay, now the purpose of using that is that I don't need to play the whole chord, and I'm not playing the whole chord. So I'm just putting on 1 or 2 fingers that I need. Okay, so if we take a closer look at these two, you're going to notice that it basically is my C major chord, but it's a quicker way of getting it on. Then when it comes to the A5, I just lift off that top finger, and that's it. Alright, now that we've guitar 1 covered for the verse, what happens with guitar 2 is it's a very light strum going underneath it. And I mean, it's really light. So the chords in it are as follows. We get E minor, regular old E minor. Then we get E minor with the G bass, which is essentially your E minor. And just put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E string. Then we get C major 7, which is basically C major with the index removed. Then we get A minor 9, which is essentially A minor with your index and your ring finger removed. You'll notice there isn't too much difference between the C major 7 and the A minor 9. It's just you lift off the ring finger. And that's basically it. Just take a note, and I have my notes here. That's what I'm continually looking over it. Right, so what's happening with this is you're going to see that that line repeats 7 times. Now the rhythm you play for it is as follows. It goes, it's basically it's down and up, okay? And it goes as follows. It goes 3, 4. And so on. Now, listening to it, you're going to hear it is missing the punch that the other guitar part has, but at the same time, it does fill out the space the way the other one doesn't. Now, what you do when that happens in a song, well, a good tip can be to like take the best bits out of both parts and aim to combine them. So a good thing to do would be to do the strum and just really emphasize where the hits of the other guitar part went. So it goes something like this. It'll go 3, 4. All I'm doing is hitting it on the 1, on the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the 1 and the 4 there. Now if you look below that line, after we played it 7 times, then we get the last line here, okay? So it basically goes as follows. Taking a look at it, you're going to see that we have the E minor going to the E minor to the G bass again. Then we have a bar of C. Then we have an extra bar of C. That's why that end of the verse feels a little bit longer. The Z at the end, that is a crotchet rest. There is no crotchet rest symbol in the image and software I use as of yet. So that line will go as follows. It'll go 3, 4. And stop there. Now, the reason that stops is as follows. When it stops, it leads right into the chorus again. So I'll go from the C part. 1, 2, 3. I've been alive. Then we're straight in again. Now in the chorus then, it's very similar yet again with the big hits and the full sound of the chords. So it goes as follows. And you'll notice the D5 is in brackets here. That just means that it's ringing from the previous hit. So you hit the other one and it rings for an extra beat. So it goes as follows. It goes 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll have noted there is just the one hit and it just rang nicely. If you listen to the lyrics, you'll notice that there's certain lyrics over that part. And a lot of rap tunes do that. It's where they'll cut out the music or they'll let it ring. And for that reason, then they can fit in lyrics they specifically want the listener to hear. All right, so, and if you do notice rattling from time to time with this song, it's okay because, like, if you attack the strings at a certain level of intensity, it's definitely going to rattle. All right, so I'll do this one more time. It goes 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're back in. Now that strum, if we're going 1, 2, we're basically going 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. The strum is basically just the beat divided up. So it's going 1E and a 2E and a down, up the whole time. After that, then we're back into another verse, okay? And it's the same setup, another chorus. So now I'm going to bring us into the bridge. And the bridge again uses the open chords and the count goes as follows. It's an E minor chord and a G chord. Okay, and it goes 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I'll do that one more time. It goes 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. And then the remainder of that section goes as follows. We break down the beat a bit more because we're fitting more into it. So with your C major chord, and you're going to see the D and the U basically means strum down or strum up. It goes 1 and 2E and a 3E and a. I'll do that again. It goes 1 and 2E and a 3E and a. Now with that, of course, break it right on down and then expand it side by side. So you could practice from the 3 at that part. You could go 3E and a. So get used to going up and down. Then you could take it back to the previous beat, the 2, and go 2E and a, 3, E and a. Then when you have that, go back to the real start. So it goes 1 and 2 E and a, 3 E and a. Now sped up it goes. Alright, so with the E minor going to the G, going to the C part, we get the following. We get 3, 4. 3, 4. And just put a bit of context on that. With the chords going and the lyrics and the singing will go like this. It go 3, 4. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And it loops around like that. Now, after that then, we go into the final section. And for this, we're breaking into guitar tab. Now, with the guitar tab then, we'll just take a look at that. And it goes as follows. It's almost like a C major 7 chord again. Okay, so 3rd fret on E, 3rd fret on A, and I go like this. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the bass note there, the A string, will keep ringing out for the 4 beats. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the next bar, we go up to the 7th fret. Now this 7th fret from the capo, just to keep that in mind. So you'll be counting up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, now. Then you have the index finger on the 3rd fret of B. For any stretch like this, it's a good idea to drop the thumb. It gives you a lot more leeway in terms of just stretching, okay? So we go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. The index waits in the same place, and the D string is the bass note. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 2 bars together. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're at the first time bar, so we're only going to do this part once. Very similarly yet again, the count will go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do that again. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this final part, it's very similar to what we had, just now your thumb is going to hit the E string instead of the other string. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 2 bars together go as follows. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll repeat that yet again. Now instead of playing the first time bar, we're going to move on to this bar. Okay, so it goes as follows. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very similar to before, just we've changed the bass note yet again. Okay, I'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then finally there's a build up on the C chord. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 3. I've been a liar. Then it's back into the sort of the outro. Is the intro. Okay, so it's a nice way to start and finish the song. So just on that final C chord, you're going to play it for 3 bars, but on the final beat, stop playing to allow room for the singing again. And those are all the parts of River by Eminem and Ed Sheeran. Now, of course, with everything, take it in little bits, just break it down, take it slow, then build it back up. You have options here with the parts. You could play all the guitar 1 parts, or you could do the guitar 2 parts, or if you're feeling adventurous, do both of them together. With everything, if you have any questions, post a comment below. I'd love to hear what other songs you're into, or what other songs you'd like to hear me cover with lessons that mightn't be on YouTube. So thanks for watching, and if you feel like subscribing, just hit the button below. Catch you soon.